Hello there, here we are in the beautiful region of Puglia. Today I'm in one of the nicest streets of Ostuni, showing you one of the nicest properties in Ostuni. We have this beautiful Palazzo Antico. This is an antique palace today that we're showing you, and we are showing you the entire block here, which is for sale. So from the door to the roof, and we do also have a little secret garden with a swimming pool. It's a lot of property, so I'm going to start to move inside immediately. And you can see this is Corso Mazzini, one of the nicest streets in Ostuni. You notice that it actually takes you down to the piazza on one side, and this obviously is a cobble street stone road. We have lots of beautiful, nice artisanal shops on this road, so a very good location indeed. But let's start to go in this beautiful door, and you can see how it's just sectioned off here. And immediately we have the garage. Very important to have a garage like this in Ostuni. Obviously, parking is an issue in all of the towns. I kind of tell this to all our clients. It's something you need to keep in mind. If you're in a townhouse, you need to think of parking. This is incredible to have. Actually, this property has another garage on the side of this property, so plenty of space for at least 4 cars that you have, as you see, 2 here and 2 in the other garage, which is just on the side street. And a stunning room as well. I mean, if we're looking at it and talking about it like it's a garage, it's not really your average garage here. We've got beautiful star vaulted ceilings here, very tall and obviously very spacious. So a very nice room to come into. And this leads you on to the staircase, which brings you up to the first floor of the house. Now you're going to see dotted around doors here and there, and that's because in these antique palaces, they often had little rooms that are currently just being used as storage rooms. Good to have, a good space to have, obviously, but it's not that space is lacking in this house. In total, we've got around 900 square meters of property here. So obviously lots to show you. We're not going to show you all the nooks and crannies because again, there's a lot, but here another little bit of space, but obviously you get the idea. This is a large property, so space is not missing. So really nice stairway coming into the property. We're going to branch off to the first side of the, so the first wing of the property, you'd say. We've got this little lounge area here. You can start to see we've got, obviously, it's an antique palace, so we do have these beautiful large windows, and all the ceilings are very tall. So the feeling of space runs throughout this house. And we have a lot of the original features as well. So you've got the tiles as well here that are very pretty. Now we've got a little bathroom stroke washing room here. And you've got the washing machine there. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is this house is currently being lived in this section. And then upstairs, we've got a number of apartments that are being rented out. And obviously, given that you have a garden and you're in one of the nicest spots of Ostuni, plus you have a swimming pool, obviously you can understand these apartments rent out extremely well. Now this is the last room on this side, which I'm showing you, currently being used as an office. And again, you can see all really good sized rooms. Get a look at those ceilings, absolutely beautiful ceilings. Everything is in really good condition. So it's not something that you need to do work to this property. It's a very move-in ready property. And again, very large, tall windows. I'm going to show you the view from the balcony from the central room. But yeah, this is just to give you an idea. Now we do have central heating here with gas. So you see radiators dotted around the house. And we actually then go through to this little section here. You can see here we've got the first bedroom. And again, a beautiful window here. So first little bedroom here that we're seeing. This is actually the smallest, I think, of all the bedrooms. And then it's kind of divided in a way that this kind of becomes like a little bit of an apartment in itself because it's got its own little lounge area. And this actually branches off to the garden as well. Walking through, very simple kitchen and dining area. Nice to have the windows again that back onto that garden, which we're going to see better in a bit. We've got a bathroom back here And we also have another bit of storage space here as well. So you've got a bit of storage space, and then you have a cute little bathroom in this section here. So you can see this is very much kind of, if you close it off from the front, it kind of becomes its own little independent apartment. And depending on what you want to do with this property, if you want to run it as a business and maybe just make it all apartments and then just have like a communal area, that depends on you. Very much you could close it from here and it becomes its own independent thing. Now coming to the core of the property, you can see another very large room. Now this is the dining room because it's just off the main kitchen of the property. And you can see, again, just get a load of the space. Every room is very large and very tall ceilings. And it's just got that feeling of very grand. This is obviously a very important property we're showing you today here. And nothing says that more than this room here, arguably the nicest room in the house. This is also the largest room in the house. And I just think it's absolutely spectacular with these beautiful ceilings and obviously all the decor. It feels like you are stepping into the past, and everything is kind of finished off with this beautiful balcony. Obviously this is the central room here, and you can kind of see there's doorways off onto the rest of the house, which they haven't been using this as the central room, but very much all of these doors can be opened up, and we will actually walk into the bedroom from there now. So coming out onto the balcony, you can see this is the central balcony, a very good sized balcony, and you can see there's lots of people walking by. Again, this is one of the nicest roads, and the piazza is literally, so the main square of town is just around that corner, so incredibly central. And again, I stress this a lot, obviously having those off-street parking, because these are areas which are difficult to park in. Now get one last look at this beautiful room from this side. Again, very spectacular, arguably one of the nicest rooms we've shown on our listings. Now this actually comes round, so we're coming in from the main room here, but I'll show you walking back. We'll walk round the actual side wing corridor, and you can see this is a very large bedroom with lots of lights coming in here. Very cute. Again, beautiful ceilings in here as well. Obviously, you've got a huge balcony here as well. So this is also on the front facing section of the house. And very cutely tucked away, you've got this little sink in the corner of the room, which I think is very peculiar and very nice to have in this type of a property. Nice that it hides away too. So again, really good sized bedroom here. We're walking through the corridor on the side here, and you can see we do have the second bedroom here as well. So again, good size. We have a very large window. I'm all for these very large windows that, you know, are so tall that obviously allow a lot of light to come in, and obviously they remind you of the importance of the property. Here we have the bathroom that we're seeing, which kind of caters to this side of the property, and you can see a very decent sized bathroom, and again you've got a nice sized shower, and again good amount of space in here without being, and I like that they've got it all kind of separated from the sink. And then finally coming in here on this side, we've got the last bedroom. Again, really good sized bedroom here, incredibly tall ceilings, obviously tons of storage space, but obviously that is something which isn't missing in this house. We've kind of understood that by now, that it's a very large property indeed. Now this is the ensuite bathroom for this bedroom, and you can see the back window goes through to the garden. So again, my favorite part of the property is very much the garden, as well as obviously that room that we've kind of seen in the center. So we're walking back round. Here we are back in the central dining area. And so we're coming through to the kitchen here. And this is a pretty decent sized kitchen, especially around these parts. Very nice kitchen, very traditional and fully functional. This is a house which is being lived in all year round, and the apartments above are being rented out. So if you're interested in living in something and you actually want to rent out the property above, that's fine. But otherwise, alternatively, maybe you could rent out the whole thing. Given its location, it could work very well. You can start to see the swimming pool looking stunning in the background. And here, as we walk through, again, this is incredibly special because we are right in the heart of Ostuni, and to have a swimming pool like this is really something. I mean, I don't think there are any others, especially of this size and of this depth. So a beautiful size pool. Obviously, you've got to also think of this lit up at night. This is something which you've got a lot of privacy from around. You've got all this beautiful trees growing, and the property goes all the way to the back wall. So you do have this garden area here as well. Very nice to have. This is actually a technical room here just behind me. So you've got all the utilities that you need for the swimming pool. But again, very stunning to see a swimming pool like that in the heart of Ostuni. Now in here you can see they're currently using this as an area where you can kind of have your breakfast, because obviously they're renting it out. But this is a removable roof, and obviously can all be removed if you wanted to extend the garden. This is just an outside area which they've created and covered obviously from the sun for those summer months. Love looking back and seeing all these lemon trees, and you've got a mixture of orange trees as well. Kind of creates this very secret garden feel to this place. And it's obviously got little areas outside just tucked off. That is actually a little outside section from where we were before. You can actually see where we walked in. It's nice that it's kind of, again, separated in a way that you could create potentially gardens for each one of these areas. And coming back here, because we kind of skipped this part because we were coming through to the garden, obviously a nice outside dining area. I mean, this is just off the kitchen, and you've kind of got the view of the swimming pool in the background. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, and again, super rare to find this in this type of a property right in the heart of Ostuni. Now we do actually have a lift that takes us to the next floors, so we'll take the lift now. It's actually just through here, and we'll start to show you the above floor, because again, there are 3 floors here, one above, one below, a lot of property to show you. So we'll now proceed. And I just want to get you this glimpse of the swimming pool because it is actually rather beautiful, especially seeing it through the trees there. Again, stunning to have. But without further ado, let's start to go upstairs and we'll see the rest of the apartments. So you can see on this floor, I kind of want to give you the view from above. Obviously, it gives you an indication of where we are here. And this is looking down on the beautiful, again, this secret garden. Look at the trees behind. There's so big trees, mature trees, creating a lot of shade, adding to that feeling of something which is, you know, you're out of a different world here. I mean, we're in the heart of Ostuni. You've got this beautiful garden. Very nice to have. Obviously, these windows give tons of light. Now, there are actually 5 apartments that are up on this floor. 2 of them are currently rented out. We're actually very lucky to be here just on the changeover, because again, these apartments, they rent out extremely well. And this is actually the smallest of the apartments that they have. So you can see little lounge area, nice kitchen area, and then just everything well thought out. Lots of light in here. You've got the front door here just coming in, and obviously they've got the cards already ready kind of to be put in and used. You've got the bathroom here, good sized bathroom. And you can see it's all just been done nice, clean, and with good taste. I think it's obviously that neutral vibe that everyone can kind of enjoy. And then here we actually have the bedroom. Really good sized bedroom. Again, nice to have, lots of light coming in, tons of storage space. And you can see why a place like this would rent out extremely well. Again, its location also making it a great place for a business. Now we're walking down this corridor again. A couple of these apartments are currently rented out, so we can't see them, that one in particular, but we'll go into another one and you can see how they're all different from one another. Another thing that I like, they're all kind of got their own characteristics, and here you can see this is one of the prettier ones that they have. You can see the beautiful vaulted ceilings here as well. So very nice to have. You got the window out onto the front because we're on the front side of the location here. And I love this bed setup. And obviously, again, this is being run as a business. So potentially if you wanted to take it over, obviously there are talks that can be had to just kind of take over all the furniture and see if you just kind of keep doing what they're doing and maybe just expand on it. Very good sized kitchen here. We've got this whole corner side. So great to have a kitchen this large in an apartment that is just a section of the house. And then actually we have a really decent sized bathroom. I'll let you guys check it out. Good sized bathroom, solid sized shower, and again, tons and tons of light. We've actually got windows everywhere in this room. The window up there, you've got the skylight in the middle of the room. So tons of light in this room, very picturesque. And obviously I even like that you've got a little bit of a stairway coming in because it just makes it feel a little bit like a loft. Now this is the third apartment that we're seeing, and you can see a very good size apartment. I think this is the largest of the ones that we're seeing. Very large entryway, good sized kitchen. Again, tons of light here because you're kind of seeing onto the garden area. And then we also have a very good size bathroom here. So just tons of space, tons of light. Obviously you're getting more light up here actually than down below. And keep in mind just how tall the ceilings were below. So obviously it kind of gives you an idea. And here you can also see how they've got these vaulted ceilings as well. And they kind of created a little bit of division here, obviously for the corridor, because obviously they were setting up as the apartments as they could. And just look how big this bedroom is. I mean, it's absolutely huge. Again, beautiful star vaulted ceilings. I think something could be done even more with this property in the sense that, I mean, you could really bring up the level to maybe a more luxurious level for this type of a property. Again, that being the swimming pool being so rare to have in a property like this. And obviously, again, that location being so key in this type of a town, which is becoming so popular amongst tourists. Now we've kind of done the apartments that we could do. Remember, there is another apartment there, and there's actually one also that we aren't seeing just to the left of this side here. But obviously you get the idea. The apartments are very well thought out, and obviously 5 apartments can give you a very good return from this property indeed. Now obviously downstairs depends how you want to use it. We're just going to go upstairs now and see what the roof terrace is like and just show you. Also, you get a better idea of the actual size. Now we do actually have another washing room here as well, which is incredibly important in these properties. It's something you don't think about, but obviously when you've got apartments and you're doing a rental, you actually obviously need lots of washing up and washing machines for the linen. Now look, this is where we are. You can kind of see from the historical centre here of just this, how close we are to the central cathedral of Ostuni. Now if we actually come on this side, I think we can actually step up here and just kind of give you an idea of the beautiful location which we're in. And all of this roof terrace hasn't been used. Obviously they've got the garden, so how much do you need a huge roof terrace? I don't know, but look at this view. I mean, this is a stunning view, and you can see all the way down to Monopoly here on this beautiful day. And so we've got the historical centre on the right-hand side, you've got the sea views in the middle, and then obviously also the hillside of the Collina of Ostuni on the left-hand side. Absolutely stunning view. Depends on what you want to do. This is a really good sized roof. Let's give them a little bit of a view of the size. So you've got table and chairs over here, but just look how big this roof is. And this gives you a real idea of the actual square meters of the property. As I said at the beginning of this video, we're talking around just under 900 square meters of internal space. That is a lot of property. And you can kind of hear I'm out of breath talking about it because this one's been quite the tour. And then just coming back here, you can see also we've got, again, views onto the back garden. I mean, I love the walls on the side of this back garden as well. They're so tall, so you've really got no one really looking into this. And then obviously all the properties that kind of spread out around it, showing you just how peculiar of a garden it is. So let's start to go back inside, because we do actually have one final floor and that other garage to show you. Now the other floor that we're showing you now is currently an office, so it's all kind of set up for an office. And obviously this one, being the lower of the floors, is actually the least light. So we'll turn on all the lights just to give you an idea. And it might be something which you consider as well. Maybe you want to have your own office down below, or maybe you think of having a spa, and maybe that would be the ideal location, especially in the property of this high end. Doing a spa down there could be a really good alternative. But let's start to go downstairs and have a look at the last floor of the property. So coming out from the lift, now you see we're exiting here, but you can actually enter the lower part from the original stairway which we came in on. Now this is currently set up as a dentist office. So you can see, again, beautiful space in here, star vaulted ceilings. Like, I really see a spa down here just because of how large it is, and obviously the different space that you can use. We've got a bathroom here already set up, obviously very clean, very, obviously it's a surgery, so this is set up the way it is, but these could be, you know, massage rooms really easily, or they could be like a Turkish bath, and you can have a sauna in here. Like, they're all kind of divided. As I say, now it's set up for a dentist office, but you can see just how spacious it all is, and there's lots that could be done here. So I'm thinking spa 100%, but ultimately you could also open it up and maybe do a little gym down here, or, you know, there's all sorts that it kind of gives you options for. Again, look how tall the ceilings are here, and you can actually see it just keeps on going. Tons of property down here as well, and you can see we have finally here just a little office. Now this is actually the garage which we came in on. So the first garage which we saw actually comes through here, and you can see that was the main entrance we entered from. You got a little doorway here, but this is just a little storage area as well. So again, lots of storage here, but what I really want to show you is the other garage, which gives you another alternative to the main garage. And I just wanted to kind of point out another little modification you can do. So coming through here, you can see we've got another side entrance here, another garage. Now this wall actually backs up to the office we just saw, and originally this had actually more space for cars. So again, it very much depends on what you need. But if I come out here, this is the other side of the property, and if you just come on this side and look up, you can just see how large this property is that we've just seen, spanning from the entire first section. So it's the entire block going all the way down, and actually you can see right at the very end, that is the end of the garden. You can actually see stairs going up, so at some point there was maybe an entrance into the garden area. But an absolutely huge property that we've seen today. I think it's absolutely stunning, and obviously from a business perspective, or if you just wanted to do your own property but kind of very luxury high end, this is the one to go for. It is something that doesn't come on the market very often. I can't stress enough, Via Corso Mazzini is one of the most highly quoted roads in Ostuni. So the properties here, they're all very nicely done up, and they're all worth a lot of money. So an incredible property I've shown you today. Obviously, if you have any more questions on this property or any of the others, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.